Hello everybody, this is Trina. I am doing another plan with me for my work planner. It's going to be in fast forward because until I can actually get this done in a decent amount of time, I'm going to be doing it in fast forward. And probably with the voiceovers because, they just kind of go hand in hand. So, as you can see, this is the 8th through the 13th, which is my current week that I'm in now. I had a lot of things that I needed to do, and I thought a lot about it, and I've kind of written it down as to what order I need to put it in. And so I'm going ahead and I'm putting down my full boxes, which they're full boxes, but as you can see, the paper on the left and the layout on the left and the layout on the right are two different, styles. One has horizontal lines and the other one doesn't. The one that doesn't is my new style that I will be doing once I get through all of the old style, because technically the old style works just fine. So right now I knew that the weekend I generally don't do a whole lot of paper crafting work. So I do housework and I do outdoor work, but I don't do work on the weekends. So I did decide to just kind of cover the weekend up and make it look pretty. And I just went through my double box pieces and found those. So I really love this paper pack. It's the True Love collection from Close to My Heart. It is currently available now in May. It should be May through August, as long as it doesn't sell out. But I just love how this layout turns out. Of course, it's always prettier before you put all all my awful handwriting in there, but I'm learning to get over that. It doesn't sound like it, but I write in it, so I'm getting over it. But yeah, I'm just kind of figuring out, what goes where and how I want this organized and which pieces I want to go with, because I don't want, there's a lot of colors to this collection, and I don't want to use all of them in one spread. So in my last spread, I kind of tried to keep it in specific colors, and this time I am doing the same thing, only this time I am bringing in the mint. Let's see, last time I did a whole lot of I did a little bit more of I want to say a color throw up, where I did a lot of colors. And while I didn't mean to do that, it was my first time planning, so that's just kind of how it worked. But this one I am really trying to keep it within 3 or 4 colors. I generally go for 3, but sometimes you just can't help it. You end up with 4 colors. So it does give you more to work with as far as stickers go. But yeah, so I love that blue ombre on the back there. That would have been so pretty. I am seriously thinking about doing an all blue or all purple spread. I think that would be so pretty. I don't have another one of those ombre boxes because that was a Picture My Life paper, and it was or a card, Picture My Life card, and I don't have another than one of those paper packs, which or not paper packs, but card packs. I totally could get another pack, which I might, but we shall see. It depends on what I have to work with at the end of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these down just like you see it. The 12th is Mother's Day, so that's something I wanted to mark. These are all the stickers that I print and cut for my planners. The right half, or the right half, the back half is work, and the front half is home. for my home planner because they're different sizes of stickers. So while it would be so much easier if they were all the same, it's not. That's just not how I roll. So yeah, I've decided on this sugar plum weekend sticker, and it seriously was not cut all the way through. So I have to get my X-Acto knife out and cut through it. So one of the things that is on my list of things to get is a cameo or a silhouette blade. I think that would make this go a whole lot easier. Of course, then I'm going to have to recut everything, but at this point, I think it will be worth it. It saves so much camera time, I would have to say, having it already cut out, or maybe just offline. Maybe I'll just have to go through everything and recut them or something. I don't know. But I was thinking I was going to put it up here, which is what I was going for, and then I was like, no, that doesn't look right, and that looks okay. But I don't know. I don't. Then I'm wondering, is this the right color? Should I do it in something else? What should I do as far as that is concerned? So then I find this spot right down here, and I'm like, ooh, I really like that. So yeah, so I find a spot for that there, and then I have, yeah, I just feel like it needed something up there in the top corner, and I didn't know exactly what to put, because that's, like the 5th, or not the 5th, the 8th. Wow, I need my glasses checked. Anyways, I found a feather on my thing. I was like, where is this feather from? Like, I had no clue where the feather came from, so. I did finally figure out what it was. It was that little, the pen with the green or mint flamingo on there. But I finally found a spot for that flower cluster that is in the True Love paper collection. And so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do for the to-do lists. This one, I'm pretty sure I stick with the, it's called Bream Catcher with a B. And it's a font that is nice and simple. It actually matches my daughter's shirts or hoodies that I did a while back for Hamilton. Anyways, I cut out the stars and the wording and all that kind of stuff. And for her and her friends, they all have like matching ones, except the names down the arms are different because there's like 3 girls that were, friends, and they were all, they all wanted to be the girls on Hamilton or have shirts that represented their names or whatever. So that's what we did there. But I really like that font, so I wanted to use it on my stickers as well. And then once I figure out which font I want to use, I just go in and try to find the coordinating heart checklists. And honestly, I don't have to have heart checklists on these. I don't know exactly, what size I'm looking for. So, and I know that I have a lot of things to do, so. So yeah, I told you guys that I have to use the X-Acto knife a lot, and I do. And I was not all that smart, and I was trying to cut gently, but actually cut through them, and it kind of cuts into my paper a little bit. it just kind of puts pressure marks in the paper, which I didn't notice until after, but it all works out anyways. I don't end up actually writing in that spot. I just use stickers in that area anyways, so it works out just fine. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put down my to-do stickers, and I would have to say just having everything, pre-cut would have been nice, so I didn't have to go back through it. Also, I just kind of, I think I told you just a little bit ago that I kind of wrote down everything in, I wrote down everything in, the order that I need to do them. So hopefully that works, because really that's the order I should be going in, not jumping around and doing all different kinds of things, because it will eventually get things done, but I don't know that it's actually going to, work for me. So, I don't know that I actually even put a to-do list. I don't actually end up putting a to-do list on the weekend at all. Mostly because, like I said, I don't do any work on the weekend, like paperwork, paper crafting work, whatever you want to call it. I don't film any videos. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I always try to get that done during the week, and then my weekends are designated to my family. So that's kind of what I do there. And then, so yeah, that one actually came out perfectly. So now I'm looking at these little header pieces that I cut out. Like I said, I used up all of my little pieces, excuse me, on all of my leftovers. I used up all of my leftovers, and I had a lot of leftovers, so I definitely have a lot to choose from. And of course, it makes a very big mess, so yeah, I just figured these two pieces that I'm using here are actually from a zip strip from one of the paper pieces of paper, 12 by 12 paper, so I'm able to go ahead and use that, and look at that, that fits perfect somewhere there. I knew I wanted to use it, I just wasn't sure exactly where. For Mother's Day, which I totally could have used it down below. That I think I still ended up, oh, there goes my pen. Yeah, I still end up with an empty spot down below, which I totally could have filled up with that flower, but it goes there, so I figured if there's something that I do end up doing, then I can just mark it in down below, and with like a half box or a quarter box or something, and that'll work. So I think I'm trying to figure out what I want to put here on Saturday. I want to do a quote box. I think I'm going to probably do a quote box every Saturday, just simply because like I said, I don't work on Saturdays. So that'll be a great way to keep me inspired for the next week, because usually Sundays are around Saturdays, or Fridays are around Saturdays. You can use it for inspiration, and so that's what I'll use it for. And I don't know how I'm going to make the next weekend turn out, but I love how this one turned out. I just love the ombre, it's so pretty, and the lace and all of that good stuff. So this is kind of where I'm starting. So I'm just kind of figuring out what I want to write in the places. It does get a lot fuller. I guess that would be the way to say it. More full. It gets more full. It fills up. There's so many ways to say it that make more sense, but it definitely does get fuller before, by the end of this video. I don't know exactly what I'm doing right now. Actually, I'm going to get a plan sticker that I just recently had cut out. I had a smaller version cut and it was just too small, so I went for a little bit bigger, and it seems to work out pretty good. So when I do the clapper, the video clapper, I'm doing like I need to do it, plan to video record a plan with me, and then or record planning, and then I just wrote down the dates that I'm doing, so it would be May 8th through the 13th, which is this one here. So then if I remember right, it was Wednesday when I filmed this, so I'm also doing, like I have to do my setup videos and the drafts and on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, because those are my usual posts. And so I actually think I pull that up and change it out, but I'll have to see in just a second. Okay, so I just switched those out so that I actually think I changed that up even after that. Now that I think about it, I get a whole different one because what I wrote was not what I wanted to write. And I don't know that I actually have that one on there. Nope, I changed that one out as well. But I don't know if I do that on camera or not. I can't remember. But so yeah, I definitely changed that one out. And then I just leave the plan flag there. So usually when I do like the way my videos go, which I'm kind of explaining right now, the way that my videos go, I do first I come up with my idea what I want to do, which doesn't really take a whole lot of planning per se, just an idea, and then I need to either, if it's like a big project or something like that, then I will prep for it. But usually I just wing it, which usually ends up with a longer video. But I do, what is the word? What is it that I do? I film whatever I'm doing, and then once I film it, then I have to transfer it onto my computer, and that takes some time. And then after I transfer it, then I have to edit it in a program. So I have to put it in a program and let it cache so I can actually see the whole video, and then so that takes a little bit of time, and then after that, then the next step is to actually edit it. Sometimes it's longer for editing. It depends on how many times I messed up, really. And then other times it's just like smooth sailing, like I don't need to do anything, and all I can go just straight from putting it in the program, caching it, and then I can automatically produce it. And then the producing usually takes about as long as the video is. So like if the video is like a half an hour, it usually takes about a half an hour to produce the video. That's just the program that I use, but so there's, and then after I produce it, then it's it's saved onto my computer, and then I have to upload it to YouTube, and then after I upload it, then I have to fill in the description, and but then I usually what I usually do is I usually take that part of that description and just kind of like pieces of that description and fill out my Facebook post and my Instagram post all at the same time, because it's just like kind of a copy paste kind of thing, and then writing in between just so that I can make it different but similar, because I want to keep the same voice in each post for this the same project. So and then after that, then I need to schedule it, and so then once it's scheduled, then I can go on to my next project. So But I also, somewhere in there, usually right after I film, I try to remember to automatically take a picture, and then somewhere in there, like somewhere within the next day or so, while I'm, not like during work hours, then I will edit the photo and I will put in my links and, uh, you know, my title for my YouTube video, cover, image, and that kind of stuff. And then I have to actually, put that onto my YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff as well. And then I can schedule. So I have to have all of that stuff done before I can schedule. So scheduling is usually the last thing I do. But as I said, there's like a huge process that goes on to get to that step, or to that, to the finish, to you guys seeing my video. So, and just getting the project complete and in a timely fashion is a big thing too. So yeah, it's definitely a process. It's a process that I enjoy, and I'm learning. I was actually like all of this stuff going on in my head, and I was like, you know what, I've got to do something different. Um, uh, than what I've been doing, to make it more productive, and so that I can actually keep myself on track, because I usually do a decent job myself, but with wanting to do food planning and prepping, and doing my home planner and all of that kind of stuff, and keeping track of more things, I definitely want to make sure that I have what I need here, to help me, just keep me on track. And honestly, like if I do a spread like I'm doing now, and I write down all of the things that that I want to get done, and like today is Friday, I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done by today. Either I can, make that up Friday evening, or which I'm doing now, or I can, just move that over onto Monday. If I have time on the weekend, I can do it. I generally don't, like I said, I generally don't work on like do any business stuff on the weekend. Um, we're busybodies as far as like, working on the house, and, clearing our property, and building structures, and, that kind of thing. Clearing out blackberries, lots and lots of blackberries. Anyways, so yeah, so making this functional is, one of my goals, because it's, you know, it'll help me stay on track. So I can go back and always check those off as I do them, not necessarily that I have to do them that day. So that was, kind of one of the things I wasn't sure about with the, like the 6 heart check boxes. I was just like, that's a lot to do, because I know what all I have to do, and honestly, it's like one video is kind of a 7 step process. So it, that's a lot of steps to do in one day, unless, the video is a short video and just goes really fast. Like if I do a haul video, those are generally pretty quick. I think taking the photos of laying the stuff out and taking the photo is the longest part. So, but those ones I can get that done in like an hour or two, and then I will have extra time to do something else, or start on the next project or whatever. So again, I can go back and forth, and plan as I go as well, not just plan for the whole week and just expect those things to be done. Because like today, I don't know that I'm going to be getting a lot of the drafting done. I might actually have time this evening to do that, but it's so hot outside. Nobody wants to go outside or do anything this evening, so we might be sitting on the couch just keeping cool. So we shall see how that goes. Right now, I've got almost everything checked off. I've got 5 things that I need to check off, but everything else is done for the week. So that's, I mean, to me, that's a success. So like the first 2, like Wednesday and Thursday, those are completely like done. They're complete. And then, I've got half of the things on Friday done, but it's like I said, I actually have all of those filled out. And so that's a lot to put on one day, and it really all kind of depends on like what time I wake up, because like the last couple of days, I've been waking up at 9:30 instead of 8:30, and usually it's 8 at 8:30, but that's a whole hour that I can, get something else complete. So, yeah, it kind of makes a difference in the end, but, not having a cloudy brain makes a big difference in what I can get accomplished. So I figure that 1 hour of extra sleep, is worth it, because I can actually get things accomplished and actually say what I mean, instead of just like, being all groggy. And I would assume that's what a lot of people are like without their coffee. I don't drink coffee, but as long as I have that extra, little bit of sleep, an extra hour of sleep, then I am, perfectly good with keeping on. So I make sense, and I can actually do things. I can get things done. So I'm hoping that, figuring out how I work and how my body works and how my mind works and all of that, I'm hoping that once I figure all of that out, I can actually have a good system going on and actually get things accomplished, and, have a good balance. And I think that'll help me out a lot. I think that'll help our whole family out a lot, honestly. So, um, yeah. So I don't even know where I went from that. I think I would have to say I really, really should take some time and work on my handwriting. It is really not the nicest handwriting, and it's like all different styles of handwriting all jumbled up into one. Um, like one word could have like three different styles of handwriting, and that I know it's kind of crazy. But I don't know. It's and then you've got like the don't mess it up, going on in your head because it's your planner. You don't want to mess it up. You want it to look nice. So I still end up messing it up, but psst, oh well. Oh well. Just scratch it out and rewrite it, or cover it up. That works too. So yeah, you can see that I'm trying not to use like all the same colors, but I don't want it like extremely mixed up either. So I'm, really trying to keep in with you know, I think I've got 4 colors. Mm, yeah, I think I've got 4 colors going on here. And so I'm trying to just, keep within those 4 colors. I didn't want to bring in the yellow this time, and I didn't want to bring in the green from the florals, but I do like how it's turned out so far. Um, I do think that I like by the end of this evening I will know what I want to go on Monday. So I do have it filled out now, but not like written in. So I have I think by the end of this video I should have that like stickers in that area. Yeah, I do. And that's what I'm working on now. And that's where it ends. I mean, that's where it stops. That's where I leave it, because I don't know exactly what I want to do for Monday until Friday's done. Once Friday's done, then I can go ahead and plan Monday, because then I know what I didn't do on Friday and what I need to do on Monday. So Friday is really the telltale, jumping off point for Monday, as far as work is concerned for me. Um, Monday is usually a lower, usually do a lot less on Monday because I have grocery shopping and laundry that has to be done. If I can get myself up at 8:30, usually I just get up, eat breakfast, feed the cat, and get myself out the door and do grocery shopping. And usually I'm home by around 11:30. So then I have, I eat lunch, an early lunch, and then I actually have like 3 hours to do some things. But it's still, less than usual because usually I wake up at 8:30 and then I can feed myself, feed the feline, and get started. So that's like Wednesdays through Fridays, as long as my husband doesn't come home from work early. If he comes home from work early, then I don't do any work usually. I've been getting better at it. I've been getting better at it, and he's just gonna have, he just finds something to do while I'm working, or try to get something wrapped up so that I don't have to carry that on to the next day. But yeah, I'm getting better at that too. So this is pretty much the end. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, give me a thumbs up. I love a comment if you want to, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully I'll get my home one planner videos up here soon. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.